So it's almost New Year's Day, and this gives us an opportunity to start to adopt something new into our daily routine, whether it is something new that we're looking to do or a change of behaviour. This is a traditional day where we look to adapt what we do and include something new. Now, of course, you don't need to do it on New Year's Day. You can do it at any stage, but New Year's Day does become a good reminder, at least once a year, of having a look at the sorts of things we can start to adapt. So here's some quick fire tips that will increase the sustainability of whatever it is that you choose to do. Let's go through them now. Firstly, choose something that you want to do, not what you think you need to do. Now, there's a subtle but significant difference between those two things. What you want to do, because you literally want to do it, it's likely to be way more sustainable than something you feel you need to do. Need to do means it's going to be more of a task, more of a burden, and it's going to take more energy to sustain. Now, of course, there might be compelling reasons why you should be doing what you need to do over what you want to do, but let's first adopt the ability to adopt new behaviors and then look to use that new ability to adopt other things later. That's why you will start with what you want to do. If you have 3 or 4 or 5 things on your list that each could be New Year's resolutions, don't all do them on New Year's Day. You're choosing the one that you really want to do, and we'll come back to the others later. And I've got a couple of other tips about when you come back. So tip 1, choose what you want to do, not what you need to do. And of course, the second tip is only one thing. Like I said, don't try and do 2 or 3 things, 4, 5, all on the first day. Okay. Secondly, start to monitor how you're going with your adoption of that new thing. At the start, you've got the energy, the vim, the vigor. Think of it as like a gym membership. You're hitting the gym now. You want to hit the gym, which is really good. Maybe the gym isn't your first choice exercise. You're a runner. You love running, but now you're going to go to the gym to balance your running with some strength training, and the gym should act as a preventative measure for you getting injured so you can continue to run or run more powerfully, stronger, all of that good stuff. Okay, so the gym it is for you. And with all that energy, you might even go to the gym twice on the first day, twice on the second day, but certainly an hour each day, every day. You're loving it. You're enjoying it at the start. But after a little while, you start to skip a few scheduled gym days. And maybe that's okay because you hit the gym too hard, too fast right at the start. Probably wasn't a balanced approach. But those 1 or 2 days you start to miss in a month's time become 3, 4, 5 days. Then you find you're doing whole weeks without going to the gym, and then 2 weeks. Now, if you monitor that daily, you're going to start to see when, for example, what would have otherwise been a week not going to the gym, you recognize that. For the first day you miss it, for the second day you miss it. So you've got the opportunity to make changes earlier. And you need to ask yourself then, if you schedule to go to the gym on those 2 days back to back and you didn't go, that's your opportunity to ask yourself why. What is it? And you can make those adaptive changes. And the purpose of making those adaptive changes is, of course, to make this New Year's resolution sustainable and sustained as part of your daily routine or your weekly routine. But you won't ask yourself those questions unless you start to monitor it. So it might be only of 1, 2, 3 sentences in a daily journal in terms of how you're going with that New Year's resolution. And if it's starting to flag, if it's starting to fail, asking why. Good way to understand how things might start to lose their shiny gloss is pilot it. Now, I'm going to release this video today, straight after. Those that have watched my other videos know I do this all in one cut, and that's to make life a lot easier for me. But it puts a lot of pressure on me. It means I need to get things right all in one go. So without having to edit it, saves a lot of time. Sure, I trip over my words every so often, but I know that you guys forgive me for that sort of stuff, and you know, it's human, it's natural. Okay, so where am I going with this? I can't remember. And there it is. There's some of those things. But it's going to come back to me in just a moment. But the key thing is continue to journal, and when things start to lose their energy, you start to understand why, and you make those adaptive changes, piloting. So pilot them. So yes, here we go. Now I've looped back. I'm going to release this video today, and today is the 29th, though it might be the 28th in some parts of the world. This is your opportunity, days before the 1st of January, to pilot it. So don't wait to the 1st of Jan. Why not start now? And there's going to be some challenges that you're going to have to face from the 1st of January onwards. That means it's going to be hard to do it consistently, either daily or weekly or whatever the frequency is that you're planning on in terms of your adoption of the New Year's resolution. But pilot it now so you can forgive yourself for anything you don't do between the 29th and the 1st. So 29th, 30th and 31st, you've got a quick 3-day pilot, and find out what all the challenges and what the barriers are, so you can start to solve issues around them. Start to solve them. How do you solve some of those challenges and some of those barriers, which will make life easier for you on the 1st, rather than adopting it cold on the 1st and facing those challenges and barriers for the first time, which will sap a lot of your energy to keep it consistently going to the 2nd and the 3rd. Pilot it. Start it now. So, quick recap. Choose one thing. Make sure it's something that you want to do. Feel free to pilot it now, but monitor how it's going every day. And if it's starting to slide, ask yourself the question, why is it starting to slide, and what changes that you need to make to start to adopt it, and what adaptations you need to make to continue the sustainment of whatever it is that you chose to do for your New Year's resolution. And those other things that you had, that you wanted to adopt, all on the same day, the 1st of January, once you've adopted that one thing that you want to do, and say it's just been locked in consistently for 2 months, then look at only one other thing that you had on your list, and then look to adopt that. Now that you've cemented that other thing, that first thing, that thing you wanted to do, as part of your daily or your weekly routine. Once that's cemented in, then look at one other thing on that list, and then adopt that. And after 2 or 3 months of consistency with adopting that, then look at something else. And here's a big final tip. Feel free to give some stuff up. Don't keep adding to what you do day in, day out, especially if your New Year's resolution is something to do with feeling overwhelmed and unwinding that. So you might be taking more time out, spending more time journaling, just with your thoughts. That's why I go for, big reason why I go for runs. So I can just get away, just be by myself, have a think while I'm running, and all the freedom that comes with that. But if that's your New Year's resolution, it's about winding some things back, then you've got to release a lot of things. You don't want then, if you're going to look to go for runs or meditate or journal, add that to your life where it is at the moment, telling you what you already know. What sort of things are you going to peel away? But that goes for all of us, not just those that are looking to wind things back. As you're starting to adopt things, what other things can you let go of? Things that don't, it's going to sound quite clinical, I suppose, but and sterile, but things that don't add value. Now, I'm not saying you have to let things go, but if you're the type of person that wants to free up some of your time and do something new and something different, but you're the type of person that always volunteers to do things, stop volunteering. Don't be on all the committees of all the clubs that you join, something like that. Now, I can't give you the one rule that you should adopt to free up that time because everybody's so different. But what I can say is, have a look at all of your commitments and are you overcommitted? All the way from volunteering to supporting clubs and all of that through to the number of apps that you have and all the time that they soak up in terms of, and cost that they soak up. Having those apps either on your phone or streaming services or all of that. Okay. I hope that's super helpful, but that's the sort of stuff that sustains New Year's resolutions, and I share. Those that have watched these videos before my channel, you know everything I share, I've experienced myself. So I only share what works. And probably the key reason why I make these videos is for myself as a reminder. But of course, if you get benefits from this too, that's cool. How can you show your appreciation? You know it, just hit the like button. Love that. Thank you so much. There's no other way you need to repay me. If I've shared something good for you, that's going to make a tangible change and make things easier for you. And that's the whole premise of this channel. How we make life easier. How we're able to do things with less stress. And how we're able to improve our performance. That's what this is all about. Okay. If you want to, of course, be across other videos, hit subscribe. If you have any questions, just throw them in the comments below and I'll answer them as best I can. All right. Take care. Enjoy your New Year's resolution and catch up with you soon. Bye.